Hey guys, it's John from the Quinn Gym channel, where once again, once you start watching the video, we're not going to show any advertisements. You get to watch it all the way through. Today we have a special airplane. It's a Yak-52. It's a Soviet primary trainer. These were made in Romania from 1977 to 1998. This particular one is a 1989 model. Very unique airplane. It's a Russian trainer basically. It has a 360 horsepower engine. It's a radial engine, which always love the radials. Best way to turn fossil fuels into noise is a radial engine. This one has inverted fuel and oil, and from my research says it lasts as long as 2 minutes. Lots of interesting stuff about this airplane. We'll go through it. This is spur of the moment. I just had my cell phone. It's not going to be the best quality video, but I hope it shows you an interesting airplane, and we'll show it start up and fly around a little bit. Again, all on my cell phone today. Sorry about that. If I knew I had this opportunity, I would have brought my better cameras and my audio equipment. So this is the plane in the hangar. You see the pitot tube out to the right-hand side. You see these indicators on the top, the black and white stripes. That shows the gear is down. Mechanically, when the gear goes down, those pop up, so you have confirmation. There's the gear. You can see the up lock there. It grabs the gear when it comes up. Coming around the front, you see the propeller. And you see those louvers on the front. They're kind of like cow flaps. And they control the amount of air. On the colder days, you could close them. Obviously, in Russia, you need to do that. You can see them moving here. I could close them when I grab that disc. Cuts off all the airflow for the cold temperatures. Today's hot, so we definitely left them open. Great big propeller on it. Interesting thing about this airplane, many of the systems are pneumatic. They're controlled by air pressure. The gear, the flaps, the brakes, all pneumatic. There's another indicator for the gear. Come around the back, the control surfaces, the ailerons, the rudder, the elevator, all fabric covered. You see a lot of planes do this to save weight and make the controls a little more light.
Up and get the bottom ones. Okay, go ahead and step right in the middle of the pan with both feet. And then just kind of slide down the back. Put your feet out forward. There you go. Just make sure it's in good.
All right, getting settled in, and wow, look at this cockpit. Something out of the past. Some Russian influence, some American influence. There's the gear handle on the left-hand side. There's the air pressure indicators. The one on the left is the main, I believe, and on the right is his backup. You got to be able to get the gear down if the main bottle fails, I suppose. I think that's a trim wheel on the left. There's the yoke. There's the brakes. The only brakes in the airplane. You squeeze that handle, then you guide it with the rudder pedals. So very interesting braking system. That's the backup to get the gear down, I do believe. You could, if you want to pause here and look at the specs,
the checklist.
Feel free.
And you can kind of follow it or just
Getting ready to start it up.
Okay.
Pretty exciting. Again, the engine starts with air pressure. It's a pneumatic starter that turns the engine, that fires it up. The brakes are all under that same air pressure. Really, really interesting systems. There's me, looking old. All right, we're getting ready to go here. I'm just trying to get familiar with my surroundings, figure out what's going on. Again, you can pause here and see some of the limitations. Kind of interesting stuff if you're ever thinking about getting a Yak-52. There's a G meter up top. Alright, of course I wasn't going to talk over a radial engine starting. That's two things we don't do on this channel, is show ads during the video and not let you hear the radial engine as it starts. That's the brake I've shown you again. Again, you squeeze that handle and it gets brakes to both wheels, and as you hit the rudder pedals it kind of meters right and left, and that's how it turns. The nose gear is actually a cast-ring nose gear that free turns left and right. Man, it's a bizarre system, but it seems like it works. A little jerky, but it works.
Yeah, so if you have a big crosswind on takeoff with a cast-ring nose gear and no toe brakes, that could get interesting too, it seems like. I'm ready. And I've got my window cracked, that's okay, right?
Okay, again, that was our takeoff. I didn't want to talk over the sound of the motor. It's pretty far away here, but as you can see, the airplane's going to take off, and try and watch. It's kind of small, but watch when the gear comes up. With that air pressure activated, the gear comes up really quickly. Not yet, it's still down. Now keep an eye on it, and all of a sudden it'll just kind of pop up. Here it comes. Boom, gear up. Pretty neat. Now I'm going to stop talking because you're going to get to hear that radial engine again as it flies over. Okay, now we're up flying. You notice that's a G meter on the upper left there. It's pointing at the number 2. That means we're pulling 2 Gs. So 60 degree bank, about 2 Gs. I'm 180 pounds, so right there I felt like I weighed 360 pounds. This plane is actually rated to plus 7 Gs and minus 5, so we're not even close to stressing it out. You can see there's a red line at the number 7 there. Another look at the wing, you notice the gear is now up, so that little black and white striped rod is in the wing telling us our gear is up. Looking off to the right, beautiful spring day over, I guess we are in southern Wisconsin right here. Okay, now we're doing a little more maneuvering, just a 60 degree bank turn. 60 degree bank is not aerobatic, over 60 degrees is. So we do have parachutes on, we could have went upside down if we wanted to. But not today. He hadn't done his aerobatics in a while and just wanted to keep it mostly upright. So here we are again at 2G, 60 degrees of bank. This airplane, watch when he rolls it the other way. It rolls at a rate of 180 degrees per second. I mean, this airplane can be used in aerobatic competitions. It's a very capable airplane. And really a lower price point. If you want to get into a warbird, you want to get into a radial engine, I mean, starting at maybe $50,000 to $70,000, you could buy a plane like this, where comparable planes, a T-34, let's say, much, much more expensive. But this one's just a hoot, lots of fun, great visibility, and just a unique airplane to get a chance to fly in. Okay, so now we're coming into land. This is the overhead approach. Some more specs on the airplane. This airplane weighs 2,877 pounds. The 182 weighs 2,800 pounds, so it's about the same weight as a Cessna 182. Okay, so we're coming around now. He's going to put the gear down so you can listen to the air pressure kind of hiss here, so I'll let you hear that as he extends the gear. Also, the fuel supply is worth mentioning. This airplane holds 32 gallons of fuel. Oh, there's the gears down again. Holds 32 gallons of fuel And with 360 horsepower, as you can imagine, it burns 14 to 18 gallons per hour. So this is not a cross-country machine. This is go up, fly around for an hour, hour and a half, and come back and fill up the tanks again. So here the overhead approach didn't work out exactly like we had planned. So good news for me, my ride just got extended. So we decided to go around, which was a good idea. And we get a little view of the airport as we go over. And then my buddy on the ground took a video of us flying over as well.
I got it open. For sure. Yeah, it makes it way nice when you get on ground.
All right, here we are shutting down. Bonus points if anyone has noticed something weird about the prop. Is it relates to direction of rotation? Has anybody seen it? Watch as it shuts down. You can see it's actually turning counterclockwise. This prop turns backwards. Oh, see that? Right as it stops. So that's it. That was my ride in the Yak 52. I want to thank Grant for taking me up so graciously and not accepting any offers to pay for fuel. What else do I know about this plane? Cruise speed about 120 miles an hour. And the air bottles, we're talking serious PSI here. You can't fill these air bottles up with your compressor you have in your garage. This is 145 to 725 PSI. If the onboard bottles go low, you need a scuba tank to charge them up. Once it's running, the onboard compressor off the engine keeps them full. But yeah, I just find that very, very interesting. Last thing that Grant told me about this airplane, it's built tough. It's built really strong. He said this airplane doesn't get hangar rash. This airplane gives hangar rash. So yeah, if you bang this airplane into the hangar's going to be worse for wear. Anyways, thanks for watching. Sorry I didn't have more cameras and better audio. It was the best I could do with short notice with no equipment. Thanks again.